Melbourne's live performance industry has been one of the sectors hit hardest by the pandemic, and the release of Victoria's reopening roadmap last month was the latest blow. The roadmap outlined that live performance venues will be permitted to reopen in Phase C, when 80% of the eligible Victorian population are fully vaccinated. However, the restrictions in Phase C only allow for a maximum of 150 audience members, which live performance industry leaders have stated is not feasible for the majority of productions.
The viability of that is really difficult, but even more so, Phase D is completely unknown. It just says the national plan. It tells us nothing.
In addition, Victorian production companies have warned that shows won't be able to return to Melbourne stages in November if the government does not make allowances for companies to prepare in advance.
A lot of venues are struggling with the ability to rehearse and to be able to get people into a room ahead of having an audience in the room. I think that's a big struggle.
In stark contrast to Victoria, New South Wales live performance venues are already allowed to reopen, with 75% audience capacity, as the state hit the 70% fully vaccinated milestone last week. While productions in Sydney are back to selling tickets, Melbourne shows are still wondering when they'll be able to reopen.
The state government has responded to industry lobbying and said it was working on the issue, but has not confirmed that any changes will be made.
The issue is that, I think the government's trying to have to get a deep understanding of every single sector and industry, and it doesn't have it. And it certainly doesn't have it in the arts.
Until information on Phase D of the roadmap is released, it's unclear when the show will be allowed to go on for Melbourne's performing arts. Olivia Condis, RMIT Newsline.